Um, I think the next question we should talk about is are you enjoying yourself generally, but also in your education? Uh, yeah. I mean, I guess I can start.
Yep.
Please do.
I definitely am enjoying the education. I mean, it isn't what I expected it to, but also I kind of accepted my invitation to the school without really reading the program. I didn't really understand what Design for People was until
Until you got here and you design for the people.
until I read the curriculum.
Huh.
So as far as the education goes, I think it's really rewarding and it's challenging me in a way that I didn't think of, which I guess is what your education is for.
Yeah.
But what about you?
I'm definitely enjoying the education. I didn't think it was gonna be easy breezy lemons crazy, but I didn't think it was gonna be easy breezy lemon hard. Because again, it was challenging. It's been challenging. But now I feel like again I've gotten to this point where I've got a lot of tools in my toolbox, and now I feel like I can definitely enjoy the process, and I've been learning so much, and yeah, it's crazy to see how much growth I've had this year. But it's been tough balancing my personal life and school.
Yeah.
Especially because I lived in Copenhagen before, which is a much bigger city. So I feel like I have more options in terms of being social and seeing friends. Whereas here, the friends that I have, they're from school, and we're all in school all the time. So sometimes going out to do stuff, it's not a priority.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say I'm enjoying myself as much in that department, but I'm enjoying school for sure. And when I'm here with people, it's very nice. Just a huge contrast from living in Copenhagen, being social, and then being here and being kind of social. And so yeah.
Hi, Maiken.
We got a cameo.
We have a cameo. Hello.
You should say hello.
You should say hello.
To the camera.
Yeah, Nina has a mic on her.
I do. Hello, guys.
ASMR. I mean, you can join the conversation if you would like.
Well, I can be here. Yeah, just a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Sure.
So maybe you can go. Have you been enjoying yourself or your education or both?
For the last semester? Or?
Yeah, last year.
You got to put it to her.
Or no?
Okay. What should I do?
Just make sure she's close to it.
Okay, I'm cool. Okay. Have I been enjoying myself? I think so, yeah. I think it's been a nice mix of emotions and ups and downs, and the whole thing with moving to a new town and feeling sort of disassociated with the environment and the people around me. But I think I've made a pretty good comeback during the last couple of months. It's been a hot minute, but it's nice. I think it's the nice thing is that you're not lost alone. You feel that everybody else is also just
trying to figure it out too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're in the same boat.
I feel like I have a question though, because I've heard, from Nina actually, a lot of people feel like the education isn't sort of challenging their creativity, basically. You're not actually creating the stuff you want to make, you're creating what you think you have to, or something like that. How do y'all feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes we kind of follow the program, and yeah, I don't know, in fashion, a lot of the things that we do have a lot of creative freedom to work within a certain framework. And I think a lot of people just spend their free time working on stuff they want to work on that has nothing to do with school.
Yeah.
I'm only now tapping into that, I'm only now have the ability to actually make stuff that doesn't have to be with, like, doesn't have to do with work,
Yeah.
with school.
Is that a product of being a first year?
Absolutely, I think so. Because
Yeah.
like
Or-
it's been learning so much. I've been learning so much, and now I have the skills.
Yeah.
Well, if I should add something,
No.
I think yes and no. I think we're following a program, but we're also in school, so of course there's going to be assignments. It's like it's just in a field you're more interested in, but you still have deadlines and things you have to do. And I think even though you might not be making the comic or sewing the one thing you want to be sewing, it's still it gives you the skills so that you can do that in your free time when you then eventually feel like you have the time to do so. We've been in the school system so long that doing stuff that we like in our free time when we went to elementary school or university or the gymnasium, it felt more, I don't know, easy to tap into because it was for some in a whole other field. Now, because it's such a similar aspect of what you're interested in, it might seem, I don't know, more harder to get into. I don't know, but it's also like you're saying you're first able to tap into it now. It's also only been 2 semesters, so I think that's totally fine. Also, having had all the changes.
Yeah. It may just be natural progression.
Yeah.
Might.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I wanted to maybe answer the question as well as to whether I was enjoying the education.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Because I feel like this year has been really hard on me in many ways, in terms of like feeling like I'm good enough to be here, whether I'm a worthy or a real designer. In many ways, it's also been really valuable because I've gotten to know these really amazing teachers that have, really helped me with that sort of thing. But I feel like I wish that they maybe prepared us for, kind of a lot of the logical fallacies you make in the creative process, where you, instead of making something because you burn for it or because it works with whatever target group you're working with or whatever it is, you think about whether this project can prove your legitimacy, if that makes sense. Or at least that's a pit hole I've fallen into.
I completely understand that.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe that's like, I've loved this education so far, but at the same time, I've also suffered like in terms of my self-esteem, and I have to like pick myself back up in the process. But I think it's also because I'm being challenged,
Do you think that's unique to this school though? Like that wouldn't happen anywhere else?
I don't think it's unique to this school.
Yeah.
But don't you think it has to do with design? Because I feel like, at least that's something we talk about in fashion, that a lot of the stuff most of the stuff that we make feels so personal.
Yeah.
So when we get like critique on the stuff, it's kind of like our core is being attacked.
Yeah, you have an attachment to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's better not to, feel like your worth is being challenged.
Yeah, I also like I remember they gave us a few lectures in the beginning of the year about like how you are not your design, but at the same time it's like,
how is that even possible?
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
I feel like I'm the only person who could have possibly made most of the stuff I make, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be.
I feel like, I mean, maybe my worthiness is not my design, but I am my design and it is me.
Yeah.
But I have to just maybe learn to radically accept myself even when I make mistakes, and then I can also radically accept my things that I make when they're not perfect.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I think that's like a more useful way to look at it, in my opinion. So.
No, for sure.
I think it's a balance.
Yeah.
I think it's like you can, or you put so much of yourself into the stuff you make and into your design. And so therefore you can really, sometimes it's hard to separate you as a person or as an individual from what you make, because it has to do with people and visuals and affect how we feel, talk to emotion, tell stories.
Mm.
So of course you're going to feel attacked if someone says something about or give you critique about your work, even if it's good and something you can work on, or if it's just mean. That's not fun.
Yeah.
But I think it's something you have to learn to tap in and tap out of.
Yeah.
It's hard though.
Yeah.
But I also think the challenge is part of the deal.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's also why it's so rewarding,
Exactly.
you know?
That's so right. Like when we have presentations in school and people go up, or if a person comes up to you and says, "That was a very nice presentation," you just,
Your heart melts.
Yeah.
can I give you a hug or
Yeah.
buy you something? I don't know, popcorn.
You're looking at the popcorn.
Something like you just wanna. It feels like when you fall so hard, but when you sort of, when you feel accepted and feel valued, it's a whole other high. I think.
And the good thing is we're getting better with time, and those feelings of inadequacy are going to fade away as we feel more competent. I think it's just what I struggle with is like, even when I do something well, I don't give myself credit for it.
That's tough.
I was talking with Ketrin today, who I sit right next to, and she was like, "You've literally done so much. You've designed like these 2 books, like outlined both of them, interviewed people for your project. Like, aren't you proud of yourself?" I'm like, I just want this to be over. I don't want to look at it anymore. I'm so tired of it. My reason for doing this, I feel like I'm disconnected from it.
Yeah.
And like, you have to remember, like, you have to remember why you did it in the first place. But I don't know. That's rough for me, at
Well,
least.
maybe it's easy to lose perspective when we've been working on something for such a long time.
Yeah, that's true. 2 months.
Yeah.
You lose why you're actually doing what you're doing a lot of times. You got to do a mental check-in a lot of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And think about something else.
Well, that's why it's important to like do independent projects as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's also why I'm doing this is like, then, you know, I don't have to just use my Friday on school, and I could just like record podcasts with people, make something creative, make something that is for people, that isn't just like, because I also feel like that's where you find your passions at the end of the day. You have to find it through both school and
Trying shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Reflecting on shit too.
That's true.
Are those the first curse words?
You've said a lot of curse words.
I have?
You have.
It's okay. It's just.
He said a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Set the tone there, Antonio.
I don't know if my mom's going
That's
to be
fine.
watching this.
It's fine.
Because I definitely said bullshit and fuck at some point.
Fuck.
I just repeated that now. So.
Do you want to bleep it out?
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Keep it real. Keep it real. I think so.
Yes.
That's your cue.
Maybe that's where we should end.
Yeah. This was a good talk.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Bye.
Bye.